What's going on with the MacHouse family? Check it out, family. This week I got a very serious question. And this goes out to all the males and it goes out to all the so-called men. This is from the sisters and from myself personally. But check it out. When you gonna take them panties off, man? Yeah, like I said, when you gonna take them panties off that you've been wearing, man? When you gonna stop asking for permission to be the man inside your own goddamn house? Yeah, like that. Yeah, the sisters want to know. They tired of being the men, they tired of being the women, they tired of being the nurturer and the disciplinarian. They tired of being the doctor, they tired of being the teacher, they tired of being the freak in the sheets when you want her, but when it's time for a man, she can't get one. They tired of cooking and cleaning, but can't ask you to pay no bills. They tired of taking care of you, but you ain't taking care of them. Not just sexually, but emotionally, spiritually, mentally. She light years ahead of you in every aspect of life, yet you still around. But you supposed to be the head of the household. You supposed to be the man. That's what you tell her all the goddamn time. I'm the man, so you need to listen to me. I'm the man, so I need this. I'm the man, so I need that. Check it out. With great responsibility comes great benefit. But if you don't own up to the responsibility, how dare you try to reap the rewards, reap the benefit? You know what I mean? How you gonna expect everyone in the house to respect your manhood and to respect your authority, but you're not doing the things that make you the man, that make you the father figure, that make you the head of the household? No one's running and asking you for nothing. Everyone's running and asking mom. Ain't when somebody gonna get in trouble, when something needs to be kept a secret, they talking to mom. Or rather, they talking to dad. They'll tell dad some secrets because dad really don't give a fuck. Dad really ain't even, you know what I mean? He cool dad, he whatever. He not really paying attention anyway. He really don't give a fuck. But mom gonna get in that ass. Mom gonna whoop the kids. Mom gonna put the kids on punishment. Mom gonna do all that and then still give them a hug and still try to be a nurturing, loving mom. Why? Because she couldn't pass the disciplinarian job on to anyone else. So she got to try to juggle both. That or you not even there. Black men. The stigma for too long has been that black men don't get married. That black men don't take care of their families. That black men don't take care of their kids. That black men don't take care of their women in particular. That in particular we mistreat our black woman so much so that they want to be with the other side. They want to be with the white man. They want to be with somebody else other than you because you're not taking care of business the way they need you to take care of business. You know what I mean? It's time for you to start taking responsibility. I don't know if you are a spiritual man, if you're a religious man, or, you know what I mean, if you just follow the narrative that Adam was the first man on the planet. Then what you need to understand from that context is God put you in charge. God, Allah, the universe, the creator, whatever you want to call him who made the first being, the first human being, Adam, he put you in charge. When he made the first human being a man, he put man in charge. When he put your genetic father in charge, he put you in charge. Over all things that fly, over all things that swim, over all things that crawl and walk, including the women and children that come into your life, that come from you. You know what I mean? You're responsible. You alone are responsible for what happens to the family. Period, point blank. He put you in charge. He put you in charge. So you're responsible, just like a coach in a college game. They don't look at the players when the team don't win the championship. They look at the coach. Why didn't the coach get the team to where they needed to be? They had the potential. They had the talent. What happened with the coach? What happened with the head of the team, the head of the house? You know what I mean? Like, I need things to start connected because we need to change the narrative. We need to change the narrative that we don't want to be fathers, that we don't want to be husbands, that we don't want to be quote unquote good men. Because we do. We want to be great men. We want to be of the best of men. We want to be regarded as some of the best of men because of the derogatory things that have been said about us, because of the stigma that's around us black men. We should want to cater to and love our black woman even more. We should want to protect her that much more. We should want her to have our children that much more. We should want to break down her walls, make her unlearn and relearn what it is to be a strong black woman again. Yes, you're going to deal with a little attitude. Yes, you're going to deal with a little bit of pushback. Yes, you're going to deal with a little bit of nonsense. Yes, you're going to deal with a little bit of things that don't make sense to you all the time, but it's something that got passed down to her from her auntie and passed down from her mama and passed down from her granny. But can you blame her? Can you blame her? Since the 60s, when great grandma or grandma or whoever went off with the white woman to fight her cause for her white man and trying to get her equal rights, and left the black man out to defend for his goddamn self against the white man, there were systems put in place. While you were out doing that, there were systems put in place for us to get us out of the house. And I can't put the blame on the sisters for pushing us out because it sounds like a good idea. It sounds like a good idea. If I just allow white daddy to come in and pay these bills and take care of everything will be cool. But I got to get rid of black daddy. I got to get rid of my real baby daddy. I got to get rid of my man, my husband, my protector, my actual leader, my actual head of household in order to get this checked. It's easy to fall for it if you're unwise, if there's no better option that you see. If the man that you got just couldn't get it up, just couldn't get it together. It does sound like a very good idea. But after years and years of brainwashing and years of women kicking their man out the house and men hiding every time white daddy come, every time it's time to check for the housing for the Section 8, white man come check out the house and daddy got to move his shit out. So how is he supposed to feel like a man? So I respect and I understand both sides, but at a certain point, what I talk about here on my podcast is, as a man, you problem number one. You problem number one. Ain't no excuse. Ain't no putting it off on the woman. Ain't no saying the woman did this, the woman did that. Yes, we acknowledge what the woman has done over here. Yes, we acknowledge there are flaws in the woman, but we fix ourselves first. Because if we're supposed to be the leader of the house, if we're supposed to be the head of the household, if we're supposed to be the provider, the protector, Coam over the entire house, and we want to reap the benefits of being Coam, being that guy, being the man of the house, then we have to take on the responsibility of being the man of the house. We actually have to do the things that are vital to the title of being the man of the house. And you can't say you a good man unless a good woman tells you a good man. You can't tell anyone on this planet you a good husband until your wife say he's a good husband. You can't tell anyone you a good father until your children say he's a good father. You cannot judge who you are based on who you were supposed to be for someone else. Only they can determine that for you. I don't think y'all are really listening to me though. But check it out. Tune into the MacHouse Podcast every Monday at noon Mountain Time for a brand new episode of the MacHouse Podcast. What we're going to be talking about is health, wealth, fitness, how to get your finances in order, how to get your relationships in order, how to get your wardrobe in order, how to get your library in order, how to get your credit in order, and how to be a better man, how to be a wiser man, how to lead a better generation so that we don't stumble upon the same roadblocks that we've been stumbling on for decades and decades and generations upon generations. It's time to break a few of these cycles. It's time to do things different. It's time to wake up. It's time to actually unlearn and relearn, like the good brother Derek Grace says. Make sure you go follow Derek Grace too at Instagram, and I know that's a plug for Derek Grace, but you know what I mean. I see another brother that leads his family and actually has family structure, and I appreciate that. You know what I mean? I really appreciate family structure, because how can you build on something if you don't have no structure? You know, I work a little bit in construction and demolition and things of that nature. No one brings in anything until you have a fucking a blueprint, a plan, and then after the blueprint, the plan, you build the structure, you build the frame. Why would you start bringing in roofing materials and hardwood floor and paint and drywall and all that old bullshit that goes into making a house before you actually have the structure of the house put up? Before you actually have the frame of the house? If you haven't put that up, then what makes you think it's time to bring in the drywall, the paint, the spackle, and all that old bullshit? It ain't time for that. One thing at a time. Get your structure in order. Same thing with your family, same thing with a house. If you ain't got no structure, you shouldn't be trying to build on it. And as the man, you have complete control over the building of your family structure. If you don't let that thing go inside that woman, there ain't no way she gonna have your kids. Ain't no such thing as a man who got trapped. You wanted to do it. You wanted to be trapped. You mismanaged your value. If you revert back to episode whatever it was when I did value. But check it out. You decreased your value and laid with a woman without any kind of structure on what y'all was doing. That's why our divorce rates are so high. That's why our lack of marriage rates are so high. Is because we don't know what we're doing, for one. And for two, when we think we know what we're doing, we're not even trying to do it before we actually get into the game. We just start playing. Going back to the analogy of the house and the structure and family structure. Why would you start building on something you don't have structure on? Right? Why would you build a family and start having kids, bringing in a wife, bringing in whoever, and adding on, but in the first place, you never had a blueprint. You never actually sat and thought about what it meant to be a black father, to be a black leader of your household, and how your household would change your community and how your community would change the people around them. That's what I mean by real black family structure. Because real black family structure, it builds communities, and communities build nations, and nations take over the world. Tune in to the MacHouse Podcast this Monday, or rather, when I release the video, it'll be next Monday, because I got something in store for you this upcoming Monday. Make sure you check that out. This upcoming Monday, I'm doing a brand new episode entitled Fellowship. So make sure you check out the Fellowship episode on the MacHouse Podcast. And the week after that, you'll see this one. I just wanted to give a little bit of extra promo because this is definitely going to be a hot subject. I definitely want everybody to tune into it. So, you know what I mean? This has been kind of a long video, but if you've listened all the way through and if you've watched all the way through, then I appreciate you. Find me on all social media platforms at Corey D. Jr., including TikTok. I started fucking with the TikTok, and that shit's actually kind of cool. You know what I mean? I read Gary V books. I watch Gary V all the time. You know, there I'll go with another plug. But, you know, that's amidst me plugging myself. But like I said, check me out at Corey D. Jr. at all social media sites. Also, you can find me on all podcasting platforms under the MacHouse Podcast, or just MacHouse Podcast. MacHouse, one word, MACHOUSE. Mastering the art of change while honoring our use of sensibility over emotionalism. Peace.